Hey everyone, this is Aaron from The Curious Conversation. It's like people will tell you in the first sentence that the president doesn't have any power to do anything, but then in the next sentence all they want to do is complain about what he's up to. We want to know what's going on with Trump's presidential policies. Do they make sense? Do they match the outrage that we're seeing in the public? As a teaser for this week's podcast, I'd like to read you a quote. Or more of a passage, I should say, from a world leader back in September. Feel free to tweet us at The Curious Convo on Twitter to tell us if you know who this passage comes from. I'd really like if your journalists, who pose so many questions, would one day head your government, and then maybe we can somehow reverse the situation. Otherwise, I just ask you to deliver my messages to your government, your president, your vice president, and all other relevant people. Tell them we do not want confrontation whatsoever. And when you start to consider our national interests in your action, then any other disagreement we may have will self-regulate. This needs to be done, not just talked about. You must consider the interests of others, and you must respect other people. You cannot continue to squeeze others for economic or military interests. Look at the terrible situation in Iraq or in Libya and what you did there that got your ambassador murdered. Was it us that did this? You even had a Security Council decision to end the no-fly zone. What for? It was so Gaddafi's Air Force couldn't fly over and bomb the rebels. This wasn't the smartest decision, but okay. What did you proceed to do with yourselves? You started bombing the territory. This is contradictory to the Security Council resolution. It is even outright aggression over a state. Was it us that did this? You did this with your bare hands, and it ended with the murder of your ambassador. Whose fault is it? It is your fault. Is it a good result that your ambassador was murdered? It is actually a terrible catastrophe, but do not look for somebody to blame when it is you making these mistakes. You must do the opposite. Rise above the endless desire to dominate. You must stop acting out imperialistic ambitions. Do not poison the consciousness of millions of people like there can be no other way but imperialistic politics. Thanks, guys.